Keepers, and welcome back to ARS Goalkeeping. I'm Alberto, the goalkeeper coach and glove guru, and today's video is sponsored by the crew at Aviata Sports, who were kind enough to send over their newest line of goalkeeper gloves for review. And just to clarify, sponsored videos do not change the way reviews work, but it does help us keep the channel going and keep those lights on. So let's jump right into this. Our first pair up is the Stretta Cali Splash Fingertip Pro, an absolute mouthful of a name for a glove that comes with just as many features. Starting out with 4mm of German contact latex on the palm, coupled with a special Aviata roll finger cut with squared prominent fingertips. The body is made up of a lightweight neoprene, and this is all held together with a half elastic wrist strap and a full neoprene wrist entry that has a super soft latex lining the backhand for a stronger and more protected feel across the hand. And what I've come to find that is really important for roll cuts to perform well is that they must have a good body and backhand holding up the frame of the glove, being much more rigid than a flat or negative cut while not being too thick or difficult to move the fingers individually. And because of this, many brands attempt to make a decent roll cut but fall short of the finish line. Luckily, the Cali Splash models on these Aviatas are well made for the glove cut and provide an excellent support to the rest of the frame. And what I did find when it came to the fit was that this boxed or square style for the fingers left a lot of rooms at the higher parts of my finger areas, especially the tips of my fingers, which on the gloves, they actually go and they square out or they open up or flare open. But if you look at a human finger, it becomes a point, it becomes a lot smaller. And while it isn't too disoriented, it did show a small setback of having this small or box squared tips like these. If your fingers are thin like mine, they will definitely feel a little loose at the tip, and if they are extra thin, they will feel like they're swimming in space. And to be honest, most roll cuts will have a little bit of extra space due to the type of cut that it is uncompromising level of rigidness in the backhands require, especially on these squared tips, a lot of space. But I'm always pleasantly surprised to see a good neoprene wrist insert like these that are comfortable, they stretch and shrink to fit any wrist and improve the feel on the ball by a massive factor. And now when we take a closer look at the palms, these Strettas come equipped with the standard 4mm of contact latex, a well-known latex used across the board as a professional level or top level latex, and for good reason. Contact latex works hard and easily doubles the grip and performance on the ball of these gloves by a factor of 2. And while that might be repetitive, I want to drive in the point that Aviata really went all out in making this pair of goalkeeper gloves. So how did it perform in field? Well, I did switch from my ultralight Adidas GL to these, and that was an awesome change. It was super welcome. The gloves have a lot more padding and weight behind the ball to get stronger parries or better holds on harder balls. But I did feel like the space between my fingers could be improved upon. It didn't take too long for me to get used to the change and even take advantage of that hard fingertip area for a few last second fingertip saves. And taking a closer look at this contact latex, it did its job in this muddy grass fields. And during the dry days, the grip was very good. But it's not the craziest when it comes to stickiness. Not that it is super necessary to have gloves that have glue on their latex, since there's not really one ball that felt like it couldn't have been held if I didn't have better technique, which led into an amazing performance for durability, especially considering that this latex ate up a ton of dirt and water during a lot of our training sessions on the grass here in Germany, especially leading into the winter weather. It can be really muddy during these days. And at the end of the day, the Stretta Cali Splash Fingertip Pro is a callback to the good old thick pair of goalkeeper gloves that I grew up playing with and trying out. There's no pomp and flash, it's all real and working features that made several grassroots keepers and pros fall in love with brands like Aviata Sports. And comparing this to the top of the line gloves at $80 or 62 Great British pounds, with some of those more expensive strapless monstrosities that come in at 120 plus, the Cali Splash Fingertip Pro is a decent price professional level glove that I would recommend to thicker fingered keepers who are looking for a great roll cut style with a workhorse latex that can easily last you a season or more with the right care and diving technique. So that's it for our review. Thank you guys so much for watching. Come join us on our Discord. We have the largest online goalkeeper community. And don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you all very soon.
Come, finish!